О, нет.
Я вижу твой стрим по Фростбанку.
Я его прошел 4 раза. Я хочу
Няша,
еще.
тем временем Life is Strange, который называется «Ёбля в жопу кочергой», посмотрели уже 74 раза.
Ох, кликбейт, такой кликбейт. Мне даже кликбейтные названия впадло придумывать. Такой я, конечно.
Я пока рефреш. Ага, понятно. Иди консель.
У нас тут... А, ты смотришь уже, да? Нет?
Угу. Ну, выбери какой-нибудь.
Это же разные прохождения.
Да, иди бери первое.
Первое?
Ага.
У него тут ебало перечерченное. Он это...
How many times must I tell you? You must never put your life on the line for me.
Mother has always had a fascination for Lord Mortimer, but has never wanted to tell me why.
We are doing our utmost to find your mother as quickly as possible. Without your mother, hundreds of men of the cloth would have gone to the guillotine.
All I can tell you is I'm looking for
О,
my
это
sister.
телку, которую я ебал.
Do you believe your mother capable of torturing a child?
Почему они какую-то совершенно unrelated хуйню говорят? Что они просто кратко перечислили, что там было в эпизоде?
Они перечисляют.
Ну, блядь. Можно это как-нибудь более прямо?
Няша.
You will find that Lord Mortimer is not what one would call conventional, Monsieur de Richet. Monsieur de Richet, I am arresting you for the murder of Elizabeth Adams.
Ну, нихуя себе.
Блин, вот этот чувак в парике на клоуна похож.
Сама-то на клоуна похож. А что мне тут надо сделать? А, манускрипт и чё? Окей. А, еще 2. Cannot be equipped. А чё у меня там? Я могу посмотреть? Ага. Science level 0. Чё-то я нихуя не ученый. Бля, мне лень думать, какой мне манускрипт выгоднее будет надеть, поэтому я просто рандомно купляю. Hide and seek. Лорд
Is there
Мортимер
nothing
похож
you want
на
to say,
Шазарата.
I,
Шевернает.
it wasn't me. I didn't kill her.
I'd much rather have met you under different circumstances.
Lord Mortimer, believe me, I'm very conscious of the gravity of the situation. Everything seems to point to me as the one who killed Elizabeth, but I swear I am innocent.
Out of respect
Куда он
for
знает,
your
он же там,
mother,
блядь, под
rest
спидами
assured
был.
that I do want to believe you.
And all I want is to be able to prove it to you. When do we start?
We already have. Tell me, Louis, how do you feel?
I feel like a rat trapped in a maze.
Interesting.
I beg your pardon?
Sarah also felt like she was trapped like an animal.
Сара, это его мамаша?
Where are you going with this, my lord?
Sarah's behavior grew odd before her disappearance. Her attitude changed. She became prey to outbursts of violence and a number of temporary absences. I'm just trying to make sure that you don't go getting lost like your mother did.
You're not suggesting that I might have killed Elizabeth and that I don't remember, are you?
I don't know, Louis. It's just that what with your mother and now you, it's rather a lot. The more I take stock of the situation, the more I'm under the impression that you've been set up. But before going any further, I must inform you that Sir Gregory is about to arrive.
А это
He is coming to question you about the murder of poor Elizabeth, whom he was
Да, надо
very
было в первый
fond
эпизод
of.
начать проходить.
He is quite determined to find the culprit, whomever they may
Ну
be.
тогда с тобой до
So,
утра сидеть будем.
Надо
convince
подождать,
him of
короче,
your
пока все 5
innocence.
выйдут.
Then we can
А,
continue
да,
this
да.
conversation.
Хорошая идея.
William, I would like to see you a moment before we begin. In private.
Let's step outside a moment. Louis, this will only take a few moments.
Блять, когда я выключу это ебаное оповещение скайпа? Почему они выскакивают постоянно?
Удали Андрея Будника.
Я даже не знаю, кто это, блядь. Чё, значит, можем ждать?
Alright, let's take this chance to look around.
Что там за письмецо? С воли. А как? Что тут? Ага. Ебать тут текста. Ага. Я понял.
Please, sit back down, Louis.
This sort of behavior is not working in your favor, young man. Monsieur de Richet, you were found standing over Miss Adams' body. We must shed some light on your responsibility in this tragedy. We shall then decide on your fate. But you must know that if you do not convince us of your innocence, it will cost you dearly.
Tragedy.
Now you are going to tell us everything that happened last night, without leaving any detail out. First things first, how did your evening begin?
Everything. Господи, какой у него прикольный акцент.
I was in the corridor and I was about to go to bed. Elizabeth appeared as if from nowhere and rushed toward me.
Давай,
She took me by the
тёлку,
arm
короче,
and led me to her
во всем
room.
You say she led you? All right, we'll accept that. Continue.
We were heading for our rooms when Elizabeth burst into the corridor, barely dressed. She was panic
А как тут хуйню?
stricken and
Блять, какие информативные контролсы тут у вас. А, это на
insisted on
цифрах,
speaking
что
to
ли?
me. So I found myself in Elizabeth's room. We sat down together. She insisted we have a drink or she would refuse to confide in me.
What exactly did she want to speak about at such a late hour?
Бля.
She was distressed. She just found out that I was Sarah de Richet's son and sort of insisted on telling me about the horrors my mother made her suffer. She was convinced she was going to die.
It turns out she wasn't wrong. And what happened next?
Then she told me she had poured laudanum in my glass. The next minute I was on the floor. When I woke up, she was lying in a pool of blood.
Как вы
That is
тут
all you have to
преуспели
say.
вообще?
You expect
Чё?
us to believe that you have no idea what happened to her?
Yes, because I'm telling you the truth.
How can you possibly expect us to believe you?
Gregory, we must consider every possibility. Louis, do you have any idea who could have done it?
Заебись. А чё, все повисло? А, вот, повисло.
Judging by the situation, I'm at the top of your list of suspects.
William gave you every opportunity to shift suspicion onto someone else. You have a very strange method of defending yourself, young man.
So, Louis, what would your motive be?
Well, Given the abuse my mother inflicted on the young woman, I might have wanted to protect her reputation, and tried to hush it up by getting rid of the only witness.
That makes sense.
But thinking about it, it also makes your mother the ideal suspect. And since us suspecting you is not the best form of defense, do you want to try again?
Окей.
Well,
мамаша.
even if I can't believe for a single instant that my mother could have murdered someone in that manner, she might have
Он
wanted to stop
предлагает
Elizabeth from
просто
speaking about
сказать,
their
что
mutual
его мать.
past,
Да-да-да.
and things might have turned nasty.
It is indeed a possibility.
I would like to thank you for helping us shed light on what happened last night. To be
Мне аж тебя поблагодарили за то, что ты помог пролить свет
I'm
на это
prepared
все.
to believe you were dropped. Our poor
Прям
Elizabeth hid the
расследование в
stuff
России, что ли?
everywhere, and I could smell laudanum on you 3 yards away.
So you knew it wasn't me from the start?
We weren't sure. Louis, I am sorry, but everything points in the same direction. I only know one person on this island who might have had a big enough grudge against Elizabeth, who has no alibi, and whose behavior is, well, suspect. Not to mention dangerous.
Tell me what happened before my arrival. I think I've been patient enough.
You don't need us for any of this. So come along, Monsieur Peru. We are leaving.
Right. It's time we spoke about your mother, Louis.
She seems to be making every effort to steer clear of your guests.
What do you mean?
For the past few weeks, my mother's been playing cat and mouse, if you will. I don't know why, but it wouldn't surprise me to learn that she's trying to avoid someone. The question is, who?
And in your opinion, would she be the cat or the mouse?
Knowing my mother, she would be the cat.
That doesn't make me feel any better, Louis.
What was the official reason why my mother came to your island?
I knew about your mother's activities, and yours, in the Golden Order. I thought we had everything to gain by working together.
You mean the canon deal with Monsieur Bonaparte?
Among others, yes. How did you hear about that?
Monsieur Bonaparte came to speak to me about it yesterday, during lunch.
I see. So impetuous. He was supposed to let me speak to you about it first. Our friend Napoleon desperately needed financial backing to properly equip his army. I took it upon myself to back him, because I have a firm conviction that he can go far.
We shall see. However, there's one thing that surprises me.
Ничего из этого меня не сюрпризит.
Did my mother intend to finance a war? I'm not sure that I follow.
No, your mother's aim was not so much to partake in a war, but rather to make Monsieur Bonaparte accountable. France is in turmoil, and having support of a military man can often come in handy, Louis. You'll see. Once this deal was closed, I had big plans.
Я пошел Big Penny.
Such as what?
You see, I've invited several influential figures on my island to present them with a project at the conference. It will be presented later today. I thought that the Golden Order had a role to play, and I still think so. I was hoping Sarah would be able to join us.
I see.
Indeed, if by chance your mother decided not to return to us before the conference, would you do me the great honor of attending? If only to follow the deliberations while waiting for her to duly take her seat.
Why not? We shall see.
Ah, thank you so much. In this way, you'll be able to keep your mother informed of what is said. There's something else I'd like to briefly go over. Earlier, you asked me the official reason for your mother's presence here. Is there an off-the-record reason why your mother came here?
She was looking for someone.
What do you mean?
In Paris. We were working on a smuggling case to do with occult objects. We had just arrested a dealer who intended to go to you to meet a buyer. My mother was here to find out to whom he intended to sell his stolen treasure.
Oh. What was the name of your dealer?
Блять.
Сказать не подскажу.
The
Борщет.
dealer was called Von Burchard. As for the buyer, he was unknown to us.
Я люблю борщи.
No, I don't know anything about that. There's something I still don't get.
Даняш, ты
In your
молодец.
opinion, why would your mother remain in hiding over several weeks?
Maybe she found something out.
What do you mean?
My mother has a gift for investigating. If she had picked up a lead, nothing would have stopped her.
The only thing I can tell you is that Sarah had indeed changed. At the beginning of her stay here, we enjoyed spending time together, solving the world's problems.
You seem to know my mother very well, my lord. What did you talk
Это он
about
так
together?
объясняет, как
Oh,
он
as
ее
soon as
там
we had a little free
возложил.
time, we like to share points of view about
такого не
practically
было.
any subject.
Мгм.
We would find
Свои
ourselves
влажные
embarked on
фантазии.
interminable discussions that could
Она
go
без руки осталась.
Monsieur Blanchard's flight in a hot air balloon to the Treaty of Jassy, or the adoption of the metric system in France last year, or even Mr. Eli Whitney's invention in the United States.
Ah, yes. His famous cotton gin. It was supposed to revolutionize cotton production in the United States.
It will revolutionize the world, Louis. The potential of this invention is much greater. Tomorrow, all industries will be switching to simple but large-scale production. Of that, I'm sure.
I'm surprised she didn't get you started on the Crusades. It was her favorite subject.
Are you joking? Sarah and I spent entire days together reliving them. It so happens that the Crusades are also my subject of predilection, especially the Third. My ancestor distinguished himself brilliantly during the siege of Saint-Jean d'Acre.
Mother lulled my childhood with tales of the Crusades. How Richard the Lionheart and Philip Augustus had to battle it out to achieve their ends. And how Guy de Lusignan, having broken his word, launched the siege of Saint-Jean d'Acre.
Oh, I see Sarah's lessons have inspired new enthusiasts. Good on you, because not everyone can claim they know as much at your age. Your mother is a very well-read woman. You're quite lucky to have her as a model, Louis.
Yes, I know, but I'm still very worried.
I must admit, there are worse things to worry about now, Louis.
What do you mean?
Since she disappeared, your mother has been seen once. Her behavior on the evening of your arrival greatly surprised Gregory and myself. She resurfaced to attack Emma, Emily Hillsborough's twin sister. And she shot her with a pistol. Then, before Gregory could intervene, she ran off and disappeared again.
I beg your pardon? Hang on.
That means my vision on the wharf, it was actually happening inside the manor. Mother shot Emily's sister? The very person she came looking for? Why would she do that?
Excuse me, but between that and the childhood of Lady Adams, it's all a bit much for me to cope with. I need to piece it all together again to see things more clearly. You said that you spent a lot of time talking together at the beginning. What happened for that to change?
I'm afraid I haven't much to tell you. The more the days went by, the more she withdrew into herself. She never gave me an explanation, until the day came when she purely and simply disappeared.
Where did she go when she wanted to be alone?
She would shut herself away in a room we use as a box room upstairs.
О, нам
Would
апстейрс
you allow me to
откроют.
go there?
Naturally, Louis, of course. I'll send you a servant to open it.
Thank you.
One last thing, although I don't know if there is a connection.
I'm listening.
A gate was forced the other night near the wharf. Nothing serious, just a few small things damaged.
Это те, которые... А, да, это те, которые мы открыли.
Sorry, my lord, but I was searching for leads to my mother. I thought I was hot on her trail and didn't take any precautions.
Well, you could have reported it to a servant. But never mind. I shall put it down to your ardor and anxiety. However, please try to respect my estate in future.
I certainly will.
Respect my
Please
estate,
accept my
yes.
sincerest apologies.
That's all I can tell you about the disappearance of your mother, Louis. I would
Ну да,
like
не
to
ошибся.
have been more helpful.
I shall
Well,
stay on her
well-
trail and follow up any leads.
Thank you. We will meet later on to welcome our last guest. In the meantime, I shall get someone
Кто
to
там
open
еще
the
к нему
box room
приехал?
upstairs for you.
Thank you.
А, да, еще какой-то чел остался.
The room was just opposite Mortimer's study.
Сейчас будем рубли искать.
Угу.
Как тут бегать? Ага, бегать можно. Так, где мои грошины?
Знаешь, тебе на работе стали чуть больше грошинов платить после английского?
Да.
Конграт.
А тебе?
Нет.
Тебе еще не оформили эту хуйню, или у вас вообще такое не практикуется?
Ну, видимо, есть, но на меня это не распространяется.
Почему?
С моим C2
Ты
хз.
женщина, блядь?
Да.
Ты C2 женщина, блядь. Каково это быть C2 женщиной?
Очень угнетающе.
Блядь, где я? Куда мне надо идти? А можно вот тут без этой музычки? Спасибо. А, теперь я вниз не могу пойти. И ни одного грошина. Чё вообще за хуйня происходит? Это там клюква какая-то. Или что это за такое вообще? Можно помидор съесть. Или это яблоко. А, подожди, я сюда пришел уже, да? Да. О, грошин. Тут ключ какой-то. А тут можно как-то было от первого лица вид включить? По-моему, нет.
Нет.
Ce Jacques Perru?
О, можно у пидораса. А, нет, нельзя. Пошариться.
Monsieur Napoléon Bonaparte.
А, так это наш этаж же, да?
Угу.
Ага. Там же должна быть где-то лестница наверх.
А у кого-то, кстати, там можешь пошариться, по-моему.
Сейчас чекаем. Точно не здесь.
Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
У себя, может быть?
Duke Manuel Godoy.
Гудой, блин. Конечно, имена у них там в 70-х годах. 700-х даже, я бы сказал. Такие все были.
Huh, that's me.
Даже к себе нельзя зайти. Чё это за хуйня?
У тебя больше нет
His
прав.
Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
Да. Вот если бы я был женщиной, у меня были права. Эта дверь вообще не активна. Ты даже нахуй не можешь пройти от этой двери. А я же на геймпаде играл в нее, я вспомнил. Я понимаю, что я бегаю и тут вообще непривычно ничего.
President George Washington.
Подожди, может быть вот в эту комнату можно будет попасть? Это же тёлка, которая померла. Она же Адамс, да?
Угу.
Ну-ка. Все понятно. Хорошо. Нам нужна какая-то комната. Что у нас? Tower Room. Tower подразумевает, что надо наверх. Я не видел ни одной лестницы наверх за все время, что я вот этот квадрат бежал. Блять, я нажимаю на пробел, чтобы прыгнуть, а он карту открывает. Что за хуйня? Почему они мне ущемляют мои права на прыжки?
Ну, в то время не прыгали, няш.
Как это они, блядь, не прыгали? А что они делали?
Они ходили.
Ну вот я бегаю сейчас, например. Ходить это мы будем до ночи. Окей, вот у нас лестница вниз, и она закрыта. Такая же лестница вот там.
Нашел свой грошин.
Грошин нашел, да. И эта лестница тоже закрыта. Ага. Да и глупо ожидать лестницы в Tower Room. Это в подвале, блядь. Окей, у нас есть еще вот эта лестница. И вот эта лестница. Значит, нам налево сейчас. Может быть, вот это? Ага, смотри, наверх. Ей! Я, по-моему, здесь и появился. Да?
Я решил не открывать тебе страшную тайну.
Она тоже не открыта. Прикалываетесь? Или вот этот Tower Room в углу. Ладно, мы сейчас добегут до туда. Что-то, блять, активно на этом этаже. Какую ты мне тайну решил накрывать? Что больше не девочка? Да, мне лучше об этом не знать.
Я аж растерялась с ответом, няш. Ну шо, прибежал?
Заебись, прибежал. Прям вообще. Может балкон как? А как я на балкон попадал?
Из своей комнаты вышел.
А моя комната закрыта. Все комнаты закрыты. Там как-то, по-моему, из коридорчика можно было на этот балкон попасть. Или нет? Я хуй знаю. Ну ладно. Так, что у нас тут активно было? А, вот это.
Monseigneur, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi. Huh. That's me.
Угу. Это моя комната, и мне предлагают чисто хуйца пососать. Хорошо. Мне, в принципе, не привыкать. Тут этот... Кардинал, что ли? Я не помню уже, кто тут живет.
Няш, ты засыпаешь?
Похуй, все равно закрыто. Ну, нет.
Пробежки изнуряют тебя?
Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
Да, чиз, блять. И тут закрыто. Окей, next. И тут закрыто. Ничего я не проебал? Нет, ничего не проебал. Наверху тоже закрыто. Да? Да? Ага. Чё это? Шавух, что ли, лежит? Нойс. Ебать, открыто. Я в Питере шавуху местную хавал. Это было круто.
Оказывается, это было так просто.
Там горшочек с говном.
There are burnt papers in the chimney.
Давай мы только не будем их восстанавливать, пожалуйста.
There's
с
a
помощью
legible
говна и
fragment.
палки.
Hey, I recognize my mother's handwriting. She says we must find a safer way to communicate. Someone is onto us. Trust in my faith in the man with the sword. So mother had an accomplice here. Who could it be? Who could she be suspicious of? I must find the next part. Faith, sword. I recognize her love of riddles there.
Шо?
Что у тебя за звуки там страшные такие?
У меня вроде где-то звук. В игре или... блядь?
Нет, нет, в доме.
Dante's paradise. Raise your head and
Ну
be
ладно.
reassured, for what comes up here from the mortal world must ripen in our rays.
Как там твои котики поживают?
What is this disc?
Неплохо, неплохо.
Они все еще срутся на стены?
Нет. Это было скорее исключение, чем правило.
Ну ок.
Что там у нас? Надо чувака с мечом искать. И баночку с таблеточками.
St. Paul on the road to Damascus by Caravaggio.
Есть чувак с мечом? Нихуя. Чё мне это? Как-то ничего не...
Caravaggio attained a magnificent command of black and the play of colors too. Paul facing an ordeal, the curtains of his illusions being raised, and receives the light from his Savior. The door appears to be locked on the other side.
Няшенька. Ты знаешь, а я что-то уже устала.
I think I heard something fall to the ground. A metallic sound, like a key falling to the floor.
А почему нельзя... Кто там это просил быть попорядочнее всего эстейта?
So much for discretion.
Чё, ты спать идешь?
Угу.
It's open.
Лол, няш, у тебя там диск магнитный в кармане лежал.
Ты чё?
Зачем ты 2 эфорта тратил?
А у меня было недоступно пик-глок.
Как ты недоступен? Ты его подобрал.
Ну, у меня не хватало ума его использовать. Чтобы ключ как-то достать, мне нужно был какой-то скилл, блять, пролезание в щелку выучить. А у меня его не
Нет,
было.
там у тебя была отдельная опция Use the disk.
Да?
Да, да, и ты магнитный диск подобрал секунд 10 назад.
Серьезно, где-то инвентарь?
Ну да, все, у тебя уже его, наверное, нету.
Угу. Окей, да, нет, есть. Ну я его все в жопу засунул.
Окей-доки,
Chest
няш.
with a cult symbol representing air.
Спокойной ночи.
Ну, давай, спасибо.
Давай, до завтра. Все до конца не проходи.
Хорошо, а тут сосиски лежат, или что это такое?
Мгм.
А, это свечи.
Сосиски.
Это
Всё, давай, до
свечи.
завтра. Угу. Ты знаешь, куда их ставить вместе с диском. Good night.
Several portraits of apostles, all signed by Guido Reni. Looks like someone touched this commode recently. There are fingerprints on the sheets and in the dust.